Hey guys, this is Sam Geek. This is going to be a quick capture video because I need all the time I can get. First off, I want to say if any Mac geeks want to respond to this video or are watching this video, please respond. I want to know your input. Alright, as you all know, Macintosh, Apple, they are actually taking down Windows. They really are. Because if you look at all the analysts, they're saying that Microsoft will never be as powerful in the computer industry as it ever. I mean, they'll never be as powerful in the computer industry as they ever were ever again. You know why? Windows Vista, and it's true. It's true. They will probably never be, because they did a study and they did a poll, and half the people said that they will buy a Mac to avoid Windows Vista. And this has obviously caught the eyes of many OEMs. In fact, Dell for years has said if Apple let them use OS 10, they would do it in a heartbeat. And now one little company called psystar has actually took this without their permission. It's called the Open Computer. It sells for $400, and it comes installed with Mac OS 10 Leopard, and it works with all the kernels. And people have seen it work in action. I've seen it work in action. It looks like a regular old cheap white PC, and it runs OS 10. Now Apple obviously is not going to sit down for this, and they've attacked the company. They've sent cease and desist orders and all that. I don't remember the exact name of it right now. It's still early in the morning. And Apple is really pissed about this. But psystar actually has a chance of winning the case. And if they do win the case, Apple's OS 10 will be available to OEMs. Now, this might be either one, good for Apple, or two, extremely bad for Apple. Because if you remember, a lot of analysts say that Apple should not go enterprise yet. They should wait until they gather a little bit more of the market. And I also believe that. I believe that if Apple is ever going to do anything like Microsoft and open up their OS, operating system, they need to get a little more ground cover. But no, now OEMs are trying to fight because they want a piece of the apple pie. They want OS 10. They want OS 10 because it's not Vista. People do not want Vista. They want something new. They want something new. They don't want they want XP or OS 10. And since XP is no longer an option, they want OS 10. And because of this, Vista has literally, I think, dug the grave for Microsoft, because this is all happening because of Windows Vista. And in fact, every day Apple is gaining more of the market, more of the computer market. It's become, like, if you look at Apple's market share last year compared to this year, it's been like an economic miracle jump, because it's a lot bigger than anyone ever thought it would be ever again after the huge downfall of Apple. And it's become insane, and people want a piece of the apple pie, because a lot of people see Apple and see that it might be the future of operating systems, so they want to go with it. But Apple has always had the statement that they can only use the OS 10 software, the OS 10 operating system, on a Macintosh Apple computer. But now that people have found ways to get around that, it's been insane, and Apple is freaking out because they don't want to be a Microsoft. They really don't. They want to be, you know, they don't want to be a Microsoft. They don't want to be a huge giant corporation monopoly. And if their operating system gets out of their hands, they might become that. And it says, and I also don't see how these guys even have a case, but apparently they have a 40-60 chance of winning this. And it has to do with, monopoly laws and stuff. Well, Apple at this current moment is not a monopoly of the computer industry. Hell, it's barely, it's not even 25% yet. But, I guess it's a monopoly in some ways, but not in others. I mean, the only monopoly I even see Apple having a chance of being a monopoly at is the iPod industry, the MP3 player. So other than that, I don't see any way of monopolistic values for Apple right now. But according to laws, it sort of is. So they have a chance of winning. But also keep in mind that the OS 10 end license agreement says that you cannot install Mac Apple OS Mac Apple Mac OS 10 on any other computer that's not an Apple branded computer. And if you think about it, it sort of is monopolistic. But if you think about it, isn't Windows sort of monopolistic as well by shoving their operating system down every OEM's throat and forcing people to use it because they bought a different brand of computer? Honestly, if you don't buy Apple, you're going to buy Microsoft. Unless you find some vendor putting Linux on the machine, if you don't buy Apple, you're buying Microsoft. Even if you uninstall Vista and put Linux on it, you're still buying Microsoft. Because even though you bought it and you put something else on it, you bought the computer and you bought Windows Vista, and the money from the Windows Vista part is still going to Microsoft. So OEMs are seeing that they're losing money to Apple, and if you've seen for the past couple of years that Apple's still been rising in power, and Microsoft so slowly dwindling down because of Vista, you have seen that OEMs have tried to copy Apple hardware. Like there's been a bunch of all-in-ones. People are now doing the portable things. You've heard iPhone killer, MacBook Air killer, all these things. They're all based off of Apple products, trying to kill Apple, but it's actually backfired. And now they're going after the one thing OEMs do not have that Apple does have, and that's OS 10. And they want this. And I honestly want to know what the PC owners think. I mean, since Vista is sort of killing Microsoft, you might think that Vista might not last for much longer. And if Microsoft does come out with another operating system, it will never be as popular as before. And Mac might gain a lot of market in the ground, and a lot of stuff is going multi-plat right now. So let me ask you, the PC owners, this as well, that are huge PC addicts. Alright, if Mac went enterprise and you got the choice between Windows Vista and Mac OS 10 on your machine, would you choose Mac OS 10 over Windows on your computer? Would you? Because that's the huge question here. That's what everyone wants to know, and I would love for all the Mac geeks like myself to respond. I will send it to the Blue Hour because I know him from his stream, and I know his iChat. I'll send a message to Emeek, and I'll try to get other Mac geeks into this. So please, I would really like to know what you guys think of this. And if you guys do video respond, I will try to video respond back to you stating my opinion. This is just getting the news out there. I'm not really stating my opinion right now. A lot of analysts are saying that Apple is becoming a rising power. And if they do ever get to the point of Microsoft as they are right now, that will be a complete and utter monopoly. And the United States will not, stand up for it. So please let me know, and I will get back to you guys. And anyone, all my subscribers, please feel free to post a comment. Hey Faye, if you want, you can contact me on Skype, and we can do another video based on this. This is sort of an important subject. Please, please, please participate. Thank you.